So let's examine the strong and independent ideology. So before we get into it, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video, and donate to the channel. The Cashapp's in the description. I know you guys, if you're in my dating range, or in my age range, so to say, 25, you constantly hear over and over these women, you go on dates and all this stuff, you constantly say, hey, these women are strong and independent, they don't need any man to pay their bills, all those different things. And it's so annoying at this point, because it's like they all have the same script, right? They say the exact same things on the date every time. I pay my bills. I work here. My education is here. I pay my bills. I live here, right? And so I want to point out something. I want to know if you guys have pointed this out too, right? Because whenever I hear that, I'm like, oh, she's one of those women, right? And so I start probing and asking questions. Oh, okay. Like, where you live? Okay. What? I start asking those questions about how much are you paying for rent? All those different things, right? And then you find out rather quickly that they have no idea how much they're overspending, or how illogical they are when it comes to finance. I was talking to one woman a couple years back. She was saying she had her own house with a roommate. I was like, okay, how much is your rent and your expenses all together? Over $2,000. And that's with a house, which means what? If something goes wrong, she got to pay for it. She got to mow the lawn, right? But she's so happy to jump outside the house because that's a win. That's a win for her in her eyes. That she didn't even realize the foolery that she just involved herself in, right? And I also want to ask this question. Where can a woman lead a man? Because the other argument is, okay, I don't want to fall under the leadership. I don't want to be submissive to a guy. Okay, let's go with it for a second. Where are you going to lead me? They can't answer that question. Oh, you want to lead me to the mall, to the bank, so I can buy you something, right? The strong and independent thing is so illogical. It goes against biology. It goes against nature. But here's the thing you have to realize. At this point, they have to push that narrative because, let's just be honest, they can't cook and clean now. A lot of the women cannot cook and clean anymore. So they lean on that working stuff because that's the only thing they've been taught from her mother or whatnot, or from society. She's been indoctrinated, right? She's been honing her skills to rival and compete her man, that she can't even be a mother. She can't even be a feminine woman. She's adopted masculine traits So this is why they push this narrative so hard, because they can't do that now. But if you can't do that now, and you can't bring value to the relationship, right? Because as a guy, we're supposed to provide and protect for our family and take care of our woman, right? And if she's going out and working, who's raising the kids, right? And if you guys know anything about daycare, daycare is extremely expensive. But just like I said before, I don't worry about that strong and independent. That's just a smokescreen. It's just a shit test. And you shouldn't worry about the strong and independent woman. And I'm gonna give you 2 reasons why. First reason, women can't protect themselves. A lot of women, they talk about leadership and leading and all this stuff. Well, leading means you lead from the front. You see, this is what this comes from. Women want the good sides of being a man, but not the bad sides of being a man, right? See, when you're providing and protecting and leading your family, you get all the praise whenever everything goes correctly. But when everything goes bad, when somebody invades the house and you got to protect the family and you got to get over that fear, when you got to go to war, when you make the wrong decision, everybody points the finger at you. And if you know anything about women, they cannot take that shaming language for too long. That's why they shame you so hard, because they're projecting. Second reason, I've already said this in this video, they can't manage money. At this point, with all the women that I've talked to, women really don't have a clue when it comes to finances, especially young women. Maybe a woman that's an accountant, maybe an older woman that's in her 40s and 50s and 60s that's been through some stuff. Yeah, them women know how to manage money whatsoever, a little bit, decently. But even them, they got a whole bunch of debt, all that stupid stuff, right? Women have absolutely no clue about financing, budgeting. It's a very low percentage of women that understand that and actually want to apply the discipline to do that, right? So that's why you see these women in their 30s complaining. Because they have nothing else of value, right? And I've said this before in a video. Women think that cooking and cleaning is just being subservient to and being a subservient slave to a guy, right? Nah, you're making yourself an asset. It's not about cooking and cleaning itself. It's like, hey, the guy provides and protects. I do that. Okay, I'm gonna take some of the workload off for you, so I'm gonna cook and clean and take care of the kids, right? You're both bringing value to one another that's very beneficial to a relationship to make it last. But when you say that, you're toxic. When you say that, they don't want to hear it. And it's extremely frustrating. And this is what you have to deal with on a daily basis going forward into the future, right? It's going to be a lot of single people out here. And this is why you have these women suing left and right to get money and stuff, because they can't get a relationship with a good, decent guy that makes decent money, that knows how to manage and lead a relationship. It's because that strong and independent stuff, it repels those guys, right? That's my video. You guys comment below what you guys think about this. Excuse me. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video, and support the channel. It's in the description. We out. See you in the next one.